India being a booming market, I'm sure many of the non-residents or foreigners would want to invest in the Indian economy, especially in real estate, which is a prominent sector. In this video, I'm going to be talking about who can invest in real estate in India, what they can invest in with respect to the kind of land and the related restrictions. I'm Yashwant Nijgal, a chartered accountant in practice. So other than the obvious fact that a resident Indian who can obviously buy any property in India, there are three categories of people who are allowed to buy any property in India, subject to one condition, which I will be talking about a little later. So a non-resident Indian can buy a property, an overseas citizen of India can buy a property, and the third category is a person of Indian origin. That is to say that either his father or grandfather should be a person who was an Indian. A foreigner or a person who has no connection with India cannot buy any kind of real estate in the country, provided if such person or a foreigner is a spouse of a person who is a non-resident or an OCI or a person of Indian origin, then such foreigner is allowed to purchase only one property in India. So if you are a foreigner and you are hell-bent on buying a property in India, all you have to do is marry a person who is of Indian origin. So the only restriction with respect to the kind of property which is imposed on this category of people is that the land which is to be bought cannot be an agricultural land, it cannot be a farm plot, nor can it be a plantation. So the only way a non-resident or a person of Indian origin or an OCI can own a plantation or agricultural land or farmland is by way of inheritance or gift from relatives. So other than these three categories, any kind of property or real estate can be purchased by an NRI or OCI or a person of Indian origin. Keep in mind that to fund such a purchase, the money has to flow directly from your bank account which is in the foreign country, or it has to come from any of your NRO, NRE or FCNR account. Additionally, if you have been accumulating money in your savings account, obviously a non-resident savings account, by way of income from rental sources or any other source of income, you can use this money as well for making any property purchase in India. So when it comes to sale of property by an NRI or an OCI or a person of Indian origin, the restriction is that the purchaser again has to fall under any of these three categories, and it cannot be sold to a foreigner who has no association with India.